Okay, we're live now. You can start.
Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. On behalf of TESOL Society of Bangladesh, I welcome you all to another significant program of the association, Elevate You, Others, and Us, sharing the TESOL experience from the awardees who attended this year's TESOL Elevate 2021. Well, TESOL Society of Bangladesh nominated some members, and the English language program of the American Center awarded them, some of these early career teachers and senior students, with the registration fees to attend this huge and mega event. And today we are very glad to have all these 6 awardees, 6 members of TESOL Society of Bangladesh with us, who will be sharing their learning and experiences of TESOL Elevate 2021 with us. Well, we are also honored to have Mr. Shaun Kormukar, coordinator of the English language program, who has been coordinating programs like this and have been extending hands to help English teachers and students in every possible ways. Welcome, Shaun Kormukar, to the program today. Thank you for being with us. And of course, we would listen from him. But at the very beginning, I would like to invite Mr. Hamidul Haq, Vice President, TESOL Society of Bangladesh, and Assistant Professor and Head Department of English, AIUB, for the opening remarks. Sir.
Thank you, Tina, and good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the participants in TESOL Elevate Conference 2021. It is a mega event organized by TESOL International Association. I also thank American Center through Mr. Shaun Kormukar, who is coordinating English language program at US Embassy, for sponsoring the participants from Bangladesh, and also TESOL Society of Bangladesh. I'm sure it was a great opportunity for all of the participants. Some of the participants today are present here, will be sharing their experience. I'm sure the audience will benefit from their experience, and they will be, and some of them will be encouraged to apply for such programs in near future. With these few words, I would like to hand over to Tina. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Well, as we all know, that today we have 6 awardees with us, 6 members of TESOL Society of Bangladesh, who will be sharing their learning, their experiences. And I'm very glad that we would start with Raihana Haq. Well, Raihana Haq is a head teacher of Bashgari 1 Government Primary School. And this school is in Bhairab, Kishoreganj. She is a wonderful and dedicated English teacher. And we are very glad that Raihana Haq actually could make it to the TESOL Elevate 2021 this time. So Raihana, it's all yours now.
Thank you so much, Apu. Thank you, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Very good evening. From my side, I'm Raihana. I'm a head teacher of Bashgari 1 Government Primary School, Bhairab, Kishoreganj. First of all, thanks goes to English Language Program, American Center, and TESOL Society of Bangladesh for giving me the opportunity and nominating me here. I have participated in TESOL Elevate conference a couple of months ago and learned a lot of things from there. I want to share some of experience about the TESOL Elevate 2021. I want to share about a learning tools, which is Microsoft free tool. Its name is Immersive Reader. And it is helpful for dyslexia and other students as well. Now I want to share with you my screen. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I have to. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see the slide, but maybe this is not the slide you want to show us.
Yes.
Probably you have opened some other file over here.
Other file, yes, yes. I have to open other file.
Madam, Assalamu alaikum. This is Jakia Jahan. I am first here to introduce myself with you.
Thank you, Jakia.
I request the participants to keep their microphone mute. You will have your chance to raise question. Thank you.
Yes, and at the same time, I would request all of you to please write down the questions probably that you will have while listening to the presentations, while listening to the speakers. So if you have any questions, please write them in the chat box, or you may also note them down in your notebook. We would definitely try to answer your queries at the end. Thank you. Yes,
so
Rahana.
I want to, okay, my slide is very disturbing. So I want to tell about you. What is the immersive?
I think Tinapa, I think Brianapa can go next.
Yes.
So we can
yes, Rahana, because
next person.
Yes, thank you so much. Because with other slides, I think you also won't feel comfortable because there are a lot of things in the slides, of course. So I think Akibur, we can start with Akibur, and after Akibur, Rahana, we may get back to you. Okay.
Hello everyone, assalamu alaikum and very good evening. Actually, I was supposed to start at number 2, but as Rahana is facing some issues, so I will start here. My presentation is not that kind of actually the theoretical presentation, but I will actually explore one site in front of you, which you can use in your classroom to make your lesson plan or your way of teaching more effective. So
yes, but before Akibur you start, I would just like to mention that Akibur Rahman Khan is not a teacher. Yes, of course, he's going to be an English teacher very soon. He is an undergrad student and at University of Dhaka. And his presentation title is Effective Usage of ESL Library. So Akibur, please start.
Okay, thank you for your brief introduction, Tinapo. Thank you so much. And to be honest with you, it was an immense pleasure to participate in TESOL 2021, being a student, just on the verge of completing my graduation, because I learned a lot and I had many courses on teaching methodology and I could connect. So I'm just moving into my presentation. Before going into the main presentation or exploring the site, I want to run a poll. That means, have you ever heard about the ESL library or have you ever used it? So here goes the poll. I will keep it for 30 seconds. Please vote. Is the poll running, Chinapo? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, 15 more seconds. Okay. 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 I got 9 answers. I want a few more answers. 5 more seconds. Okay, that will be done. So I'm closing the poll and I'm showing you the results. Okay, so among the 9 votes, I have 2 yes. That means 2 of the people already using ESL library. Thank you very much. And 5 of the people they don't ever heard about this thing. And 2 of the people they heard about it, but they didn't use. So I think after today's presentation, you will learn something and you will use. So okay, here I am ending my poll. So before running into the presentation, what are the 4 parts? Actually, there is not that much in the slide because I will just explore the site ESL library. So just what is ESL library actually? ESL library is a kind of a website which is sort of similar to Edmodo or Google Classroom, which you are often used. But the difference between ESL library and Google Classroom is that in ESL library, you will find a number of built-in contents. That means in Google Classroom, you have to make your own contents. You have to provide assignment by your own. But in ESL library, the assignments and contents are already present there. You can customize them and you can assign your students according to that. So I will just stop sharing my slide here and we'll go into the site. That means esllibrary.com. I hope you can see my screen now. Is my screen visible?
Yes, clearly visible.
Okay. So this is the front site of ESL library. The address is esllibrary.com and this is the primary interface. So if you just go into the interface, here you will find two main things. One is class preparation and another is materials. So I will just starting from the materials, then we'll look what is there in class preparation. So in materials, we have the option to discover collections, lessons, flashcard, and resources. So let's look into the flashcard. That means what is there. So here you will find a number of subtitles that what kind of flashcards you want. Food and drink, animals. Okay, let's look at animals. Let's look into some of the dinosaurs. Okay, these are the flashcards. What you can do is you can print them or you can directly show it into your classroom using projector. But in our country, in many of the classes, still we don't have that much electronic media or projector laptop. Then you can just print this flashcard and take it into your class. Then what you can do from the materials, you can go into lessons. From lessons, let's look into some simple sentences. Okay, if you go into what kind of simple sentences I want, okay, transportations. Okay, here you can see there is something to learn. There are three options. One is PDF viewer, another is task player, and another is assignment manager. So if you click into PDF viewer, which I'm not going to do now because I don't have that much time, in PDF viewer, you can just print the activity. That means if you want to take a hard copy into the classroom, or you can click into task player. What it will do, it will show the activities in the classroom. That means in the projector, you can show this activity and then you can tell your students to match. That means which one of the ferry here or which one is a bus, which one is a police car, how we can match. I can click on the police car, then I can click here. Okay, this is a wheelchair. This is an airplane, here it goes. This is a wheelchair, here it goes. This is a submarine, here it goes. This is a ferry, here it goes. And this is a bus, here it goes. What you can do, you can just show it in the projector and ask your student that can you match it yourself? Or you can directly assign your students. That means if your students have mobile phone or electronic devices in the classroom, they can access through their own phone and they can match it on their phone, but it will be visible on the big screen in the classroom. So after that, I'm finished. You can review the answer. It's easy for me, but I think for the kids, they will make some mistake. No problem. So how we can assign give some assignment or assign different students. So for that thing, we will go here again, lessons. We will choose one. Okay, what you can do, basic grammar sentences. Okay. And you can see that in most of the activities, there is something like BEG. It means beginning. That means what kind of activity you are actually wanting. That if your students are from class 2 to 5, beginner level, and even some advanced level activity is available. You can also take this for classes like class 9 or 10 or whatever. So I'm clicking on. This is only a PDF viewer. This cannot be given as assignment. Okay, what you can do. Okay. Simple sentences. Okay, clothing. So here you can see the assignment manager. Now I can click on the assignment manager. I will have two options. That means I can assign the whole classes. If I have a bunch of, that means a set of class, the students are there. I will just click on class 7 or 8. Everyone will get the same assignment. But if I want to give individual students particular assignment, that means during this pandemic time, we have seen that students are copying the assignment. We are giving one assignment to everyone and they are just copying and they're just coming with the same thing, that is same result or same answer. And so you can provide assignment to individual student. That means I can provide 40 assignment to my 40 students. As I have no students here, their name is not visible here. But if you have student, their name will be visible here. Then you can just assign them. That means you can give 40 different activities to 40 different students. And in ESL library, there are more than 1,000. That is 1,000 plus activities are available. So I don't think that you will run out of activity. So that is it. And so I'm leaving this page. And whatever you can do in class prep, that means the option of before the classes, you can collect some of the activities. That means you are just preparing yourself. You are not going to the website randomly and selecting random activity. But before the class, you can select some of the activities or some of the matching words, something like that, and keep them on the folders. Then for that class, you can just share that folder. That means you can customize your activity according to your demand. What type of activity do you want? So that is mostly it. The difference between the Google Classroom and Edmodo and ESL library is mainly that the activities are available here. You don't have to make it yourself, but you can make, you have that option. You can upload your own activity. And another thing is that you can provide individual assignment to individual students. That is becoming very much, or should I say, very much demanded thing, because the students are copying each other. And another thing is that this thing is not actually free, but you can have a 2 months trial. If you go to ESL library, you will find 2 months trial with 100 students access. That means if you get a trial version of a teacher's account, you will have an access of 100 students. And after that, the price is a bit pricey in context to our socioeconomic standard, because it is like $200 per year. But what you can do, we can have collectible accounts. That means one school can take an account. Then the school can provide it to the teachers. And for the schools, it is really cheap, because if one school has 20 English teachers, or this is not only based on English, because you see there are different birds, dinosaurs. So you can even teach the students workbook or something like that. So the school can take an account and they can provide it to their students. So what I will request you after my presentation or after today's webinar, you can go into ESL library, explore yourself. And if you like it, you can take it, because I myself found it very much interesting. And I think the learning can be done in a different way. And what we can say, I want to finish my presentation with one thing, that is a saying that the G generation, or the people, the students who are born after 2000 or during the 90s, they don't like to memorize a lot, or they can't memorize. But that is not actually true, because you can see our today's kid, they can remember more than 100 anime characters and the special ability of this anime power. That means the superheroes, they know who is superheroes has who is superpowers, but they can't remember the materials from their books. So why? Because maybe we need to change the way we provide input, because they like something flashy, like something gamification sort of materials. So if we provide input the way they want, I think the learning can be more effective. So thank you so much. That was all from my side. This was not a presentation. I just explored a side in front of you. I think this will be very much helpful for you. Now, if you have any question, we have 1 minute, you can ask. Thank you.
Yes, Akibur, we already received one question, but I have noted down that question. We would definitely get into that question answer session at the end, but very wonderful. Yes, of course, it was not a presentation, rather actually exploring ways how we can make our teaching interactive, or how we can engage our students, in the classes. So that was wonderful. Thank you so much, Akibur. We'll get back to you definitely in the Q&A session.
Thank you.
Welcome. And now, Raihana, are you ready? Raihana Haq?
Yes, I'm ready. I am ready. Can you see my screen?
Yes, absolutely. Perfect.
Okay, thank you so much for disturbing my laptop. Maybe it is very disturbing laptop. So sorry to say.
This is a technical glitch. You don't need to be sorry, Raihana. Please proceed.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Is it visible? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Most welcome to my session again, supporting students with dyslexia with Microsoft tools in every learning environment. And it is useful for students and dyslexia students. And it is conducted by Rachel Berger. I want to share with you about the immersive reader of dyslexia. It is a wonderful tools. I think it is free for every teacher and students as well. It is helpful for reading side, inclusive reading and writing and maths, as well as in the communication skills with parents and students. And who are cannot pronounce anything correctly, and as a second language we use in English or another language, we can use these tools as well. And where it is available? It is available online, OneNote, Word Online, and Desktop Online, and Microsoft Edge, and Outlook, and Microsoft Teams, and also Microsoft PowerPoint. We think that all of Bangladesh teachers are use Microsoft PowerPoint, and we can use it easily. Immersive reader, what is the characteristics? What is the feature? It is read aloud. It is helpful for read aloud. Spacing and font size is very big, and it has demonstrated the syllable and line focus as well. Picture of dictionary and show parts of piece at a time. And this is the Office. If you have Office 365, you can easily use it. This is the text I copy from here. Before that, because I have no time, I have a time limit. For this reason, I copy here, and for your observation, how to use it in the online test. You select the text here. At first, you have to select. After that, you click the view, and then you can see immersive reader. You can see immersive reader. And when you play,
we hitchhiked.
Then you can
stopped and we got in.
Listen the
There was
pronunciation.
a long delay and we did not go far for hours. That evening, as we were driving north, the lorry broke down. We had to get out. WE did not know what to do. We were tried and hungry, so we decided to walk to a village and stay at hotel.
Now you can select the voice. If you want to female voice, you can select female voice. If you want to male voice, you can use male voice. It is easy for everyone. And you can see the right side here is a letter. You can translate the letter any, and you can change the font size. You can change the font size, and you can change the text size as well. And also theme. I want to change the theme. You can see the color of themes. If you want to click here, you can use the grammar point as well. The syllable is off. Now you can open. You can see the syllable here. Nouns. If you want it, you can see nouns. If you click here verbs, you can see here verb. If you click here adjective, you can see here adjective. In this way, you have to open all things. Okay. Now you can see here the text be means verb, and noun and adjective, adverb, everything is indicated here, the text. This is the line focus. If you want to on the picture dictionary, you can on. But now I click here off. I want to on it. If you want to translate any language, any language, Afrikaans, Aleban, American, Armenian, sorry, I want to translate it Bangla. Now play again.
Did not know what to do. We were tried and hungry, so we decided to walk to a village and stay at hotel.
I want to change the.
We hitchhiked.
Change the
lorry
voice.
stopped and we got in. There we long delay and we did not go far for hours. That evening, as we were driving north, the lorry broke down. We had to get out. WE did not know what to do. We were tried and hungry, so we decided to walk to a village and stay at hotel.
Now, if you click any word, you can pronounce the
No.
No. It is means Bengali Jana.
Down.
Down. If you want to see the picture of this driving, you can see the picture here.
Driving.
Driving. This is a car. Here shows the picture driving.
North.
So this is my last one. I want to say, if you want to use in your school, students learn more things from this use of immersive reader, and it is useful for students, not only the dyslexia students, but also all of students whose language is second language, we use as a second language or foreign language in English, or we want to translate it, we can use it easily. And it is free for everyone, but it is online based tools. And I think it is useful for primary school students. Actually, I think that, okay, thank you so much for giving me chance to say something and for disturbing my slide when I first showed you. Sorry to say.
That's perfectly all right, Raihana Haq. Thank you so much for this wonderful idea, immersive reader. It's an I mean online based, so we only need internet connection, right, Raihana? Nothing else.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
That's wonderful. And you practically have found it very effective in your classrooms, Raihana, because you also teach primary level students, right?
Yes.
Okay,
and
that's wonderful. Yes, and we have received a question for you also, Raihana, and we'll get back to you with that question later. But before that, let us welcome Saima Akhtar. Saima Akhtar is teaching as a lecturer at United International University. Saima is not only a member of TESOL Society of Bangladesh, but she is also, a member of the Central Governing Committee of TESOL Society of Bangladesh. We are very happy that she also could join TESOL Elevate 2021. Saima, now it's your turn.
Thank you, Tina, for giving me the floor. Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me properly. So I would like to thank the American Center English Language Program and also TESOL Society of Bangladesh for providing me with the chance to attend the TESOL Elevate 2021. I'm really grateful to you guys that you gave me the chance to attend the sessions where I could learn new things for helping me teaching. So now, before my presentation starts, I would like to share the slides. Okay. So please let me know if you can see the slides.
Yes.
Clearly visible. So my presentation, or I would say that I would like to share my experience of attending one of the sessions, that is color vowels. It was really new for me, and before going to the actual presentation, I would like to ask my participants, as new English language teachers or English language teachers, have you ever felt that your regular English pronunciation classroom has become a phonetics class? Or have you ever found it difficult to teach pronunciation as an integrated skill, like with reading or writing with other skills? Did you ever find yourself in difficult situation where you had to put the IPS symbols on the board? Was it ever difficult for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. I actually did the same. Thank you, Mariam. I actually did the same. I often found that I had to introduce the IPS symbols to my students, which especially the non-departmental students never needed. Although they enjoyed it because this was something new, but this was not very necessary for them. So a solution to that was the color vowels. Sorry, my screen has got stuck, so I have to, yeah. So a solution to that was color vowels. I found it from TESOL Elevate. So what is a color vowels chart? A color vowels chart is basically a visual organizer for spoken English, and it was first coded in 1999 by author Karen Taylor and Shirley Thompson. It actually associates the linguistic parts of the brain with music, picture, and kinesthetic movements. That means the auditory area of our brain would be activated, our visualization would be activated, and the movements would be will be helping us to learn a language. So as we know that there are 26 letters in the English alphabet, and there are only 5 to 6 vowel sounds, vowel letters in the English alphabet. But each of these letters actually can make 15 or more possible vowel sounds. Now, I would like to ask the participants to unmute themselves because I have one participatory quiz for them. So here we can see the letter A. Can anybody tell me what are the words, how are the words pronounced here? Could anybody tell me how should we pronounce the words over here under the letter A?
It's a schwa sound.
Sure.
Okay, the words are around, apple, age, argument.
Okay, can anybody else pronounce these words under the letter O? On, open, women. Okay, thank you. And these words under the letter E?
H, L, gray, I.
Okay, so the letter, these words are actually pronounced as around, apple, age, argument. See, the letter A cannot be pronounced as A in around. It is a schwa sound. Someone else actually told it before that it is around, schwa. Then we have apple. It does not sound like A at all. A only is pronounced as A in age. In any other word, it is not pronounced as it can be seen. Or O. In on, it's on. In open, it's O. In women, it's E. And in two, it's U. Then for the letter E, it's actually edge, E for the word edge, eel for the E for the word eel, gray or A. Then we have I. See, the letter E isn't pronounced as E all the time. So what happens in English basically is it is not pronounced as it is spelled. Most of the words in English are not pronounced as they are spelled. Basically, English is a stress-timed language, as we all know, and the primary stress is the major thing over here. So stress is the key. Now, our accents may differ on the basis of our region, our age, our gender. Different factors are there. But what is more important is comprehensibility. If we are comprehensible enough, if our pronunciation is audible enough, comprehensible, then we can communicate better. So that's where we use the color vowels. Now, how can we use the color vowels? We pronounce the words, we pronounce and see the colors. We memorize the colors on the chart. We use the open hand gesture to measure the stress. Like when we're stressing, especially the non-speakers of English, when we are using stress in a particular word or a sentence, we cannot measure it. And sometimes we often, what we do is we put stress on the wrong word or the wrong syllable. So if we use our gestures, just the hand gestures, you can use any of the gestures. The open hand gesture is basically used in the color vowel chart, the authors of the color vowels chart. So you can use any other gesture. Now, what we do in color vowels is we ask two questions. What are they? The first one is, where's the stress in a word or a sentence and what color is it? Now you may wonder that what color can be a stress? That's where comes the color vowel chart. So this is the color vowel chart in front of you. Each color is associated to each of the sounds, the vowel sounds in English IPA. For example, if you find you can see the word over here, green tea, that represents the sound long E. Now, instead of showing the IPS symbol of long E to the students, you can say this is a green tea word or this is a green word. For example, the word could be reader. Reader. A reader is, you can see the stress is on the sound E. Reader. Reader. Then we have the word bitter. fit. Then we have gray word, that is amazing. And then we have two words over here. Those are desert or dessert. Desert or dessert. Now, many of us get confused that which one is what. A desert is a wasteland, and a dessert is a sweet dish. So a dessert would be a red pepper word or a red word, and a dessert would be a purple shirt word. So each of the colors are actually associated to any of the words that we can find in English. You can apply to any word. Here I have used shorter words, which are 1 syllable to 2 syllable. You can go for multi-syllable words as well. Pronunciation. Pronunciation would be a cup of mustard word. So a mustard word would be pronunciation. Pronunciation. The main syllable or the stress syllable is a. Pronunciation. Pronunciation. So you may ask me any word which we, they could be placed, any word could be placed in this vowel chart. And here is an organizer, the color vowel organizer. You can find it on their website. I have put the links below, so you can find it on their website, and you can use it for your students. Now, let me just show you the chart again so that you can memorize it. So we have green tea, that is the long E sound. Silver pin, that is the short E sound. Gray day, that is the A sound. Red pepper is the F sound. Black cat is the A sound. Then we have white tie is the I sound. Then we have purple shirt, that is the sound. Cup of mustard is a sound. Olive sock or auburn dog could be overlapping for some speakers, because these two are, the olive sock, mostly the American speakers say olive sock, and then the British speakers speak it like auburn dog. And then we have blue moon, that is the long oo sound. Then wooden hook, that is the short sound, short oo. Rose boat or sew. So a sew is sewing machine. Sewing would be a rose word. So each of the colors are associated to the words. Okay. So here I have an exercise for you guys. What you have to do is, I'll be pronouncing each of the words. The stresses are already highlighted here. What you have to do is, in the chat box, you have to write whether it's a rose word, whether it's a gray word, whether it's an olive word or a blue word or a purple. Just write the name of the colors, okay, as you hear them. So teacher. Teacher. Is it a green word or a gray word? Which sound do you hear? Teacher. Can somebody write it down in the chat box? Yes, well, I don't know the username, but yes, it's true. It's the green word. Very good. Then we have, it's a green tea word. Effect. 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 What type of word is it? Is it a gray, olive word or a red word or a green word? What kind of word is it? Effect. Effect. Red. Very good. Then photo. Photo. What kind of word is it? Rose, gray, olive, or blue. What kind? Rose. Very good. Thank you. Further. Further. Purple, red, green, blue. What kind of word is it? Which color is it? Further. Further. Purple. Very good. Engagement. 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 What color is it? Olive, gray, rose. Engagement. Very good. Very good. Everyone is catching it really fast. So yes, these are the words. And you can apply it to sentences as well, like yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do is a blue word here. Nice. Nice. It's a white word. Now, the last one. Grab it. Grab it. Which one is it? Which one is it? Black. Very good. It's the black cat word. So I have a video over here where you can see different users are using it around the globe. So you can hear it. The Azan, the Maghrib Azan is here. So shall we pause the presentation for a while? Because you won't be able to hear it.
I think we can hear you, Saima.
Okay, okay. So I'm going to play the sound. Okay, sorry.
What are you going to do today?
What are you going to do?
Where are you going to go today? Where are you going to go?
Who are you going to see? What are you going to say?
When are you going to leave? Where are you going to stay? My answer to all these questions.
My answer to all of these questions.
My answer to all of these questions is I'd rather not say.
Is a rather
not
say.
I'd rather not say.
I'd rather not say.
So you see, they're using the color vowels as well as the hand gesture to emphasize the stress. So this is how we can use color vowels. We can integrate even if we don't have the app or the internet access. We can use the color vowels by, printing out the chart. And here is an app that was developed by the color vowels authors. It is Blue Canoe. You can download this app, and this is very cheap. This is definitely not free of cost. You can download it from App Store or Google Play Store. This app is basically where you can homeschool yourself to learn the pronunciation of different words or different sentences in English. You can do it on your own. The students can have homework on this. This app is basically AI based, that means artificial intelligence based. So even if you give an exam, if you talk to the app, it will give you feedback immediately whether you are correctly pronouncing a word or not. So and it will also correct the pronunciation by giving you the actual color word for that. For example, here you can see tough is a mustard word. True is a blue word. In our country, we often say THREW as true, but it is actually a true word. So a blue word. So this is how the Blue Canoe app works. I would like to show the Blue Canoe app's details in the question and answer session if you have any queries regarding this. So here are some links, useful links. I would show it again in the question and answer session.
Yes, and also, Saima Akhtar, if possible, could you please share all these links through the chat box so that the participants, can easily get them?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was wonderful. And believe me, it was totally new for me as well, this color vowels. And it's so interesting.
Yes, and it's very successful in the class.
Yes, I should practice, definitely. So this is something, we get actually from conferences or huge mega events like this, like TESOL Elevate 2021, of course. And now we have another speaker, another awardee with us, and he is Zubair Rahman. Mohammad Zubair Rahman is teaching as a lecturer at State University of Bangladesh. Zubair is also a member of TESOL Society of Bangladesh. He was nominated, and that is how he got the opportunity to participate in TESOL Elevate 2021. Now, Mohammad Zubair, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, obviously, for inviting me to present my learning from the conference. So in my section, I'm going to focus on a new approach to teaching that I heard about before the conference, but it's something that I learned and started using after the conference. So I'm basically going to talk about the flipped learning approach and how we can use PlayPosit to make the experience more engaging for the students. So I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know when it's visible to you. Is it visible to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, thank you so much. starting the presentation. Okay. So I have titled my presentation as Teaching Outside Classroom Using PlayPosit to Adopt the Flipped Learning Approach. Before starting my section, I'd like to introduce myself. As ma'am already introduced myself, I am a lecturer at Department of English Studies, State University of Bangladesh. Before joining State University of Bangladesh as a lecturer, I studied my BA and MA in Jahangirnagar University, Department of English. And coming to teaching was something that I dreamt of from the beginning of my university days. But although I had a lot of ELT courses during my BA, but I actually did not have any hands-on experience of teaching. So this is something where the TESOL Elevate experience had helped me a lot. So I want to express my deepest gratitude to TESOL Society of Bangladesh and US Embassy and American Center for nominating me for this wonderful learning experience. And I begin by expressing a bit sorry for the digression. And please let me get into the main section of my presentation. I have divided my talk into 3 sections. In my first section, I'm going to give a brief introduction to the flipped learning and flipped classroom and synchronized online flipped learning approach. It's something I'm taking from one of my TESOL session facilitated by Helen Marshall. Then I'll go into brief tour of PlayPosit. I'll end my talk with our limitations in using PlayPosit and how we can overcome it. Now, flipped classroom, I think most of you know about it, but let me give you a brief understanding of this. Flipped classroom is an instructional strategy and a type of blended learning which aims to increase students' engagement and learning by having students complete reading at their home and work on their live problem solving during the class time. So I'm going to talk about SOFLA, that is synchronous online flipped learning approach that was introduced by Marshall and Costa. So I'm just giving a brief introduction to their approach, and then I'm moving forward to the use of PlayPosit in using that. So actually, our main focus today will be on the pre-work, but I'm just showing you the whole concept or whole steps. I will be giving you a link to the lecture so that you can actually have a total idea of this thing. So this is SOFLA. So you can see there are 8 steps. So basically there is a pre-work step, then sign-in activity, whole group application, breakout, share out, preview, discovery, assignment, instruction, and reflection. So it was introduced by Marshall and Koska in 2020. So I'm going to focus on the pre-work section. So I think all of us have some idea what can it be. The pre-work is something that is supposed to be done beforehand, before starting the class or something like that. So it's actually just flipping the approach. We are suppose in most of the classroom that we give lecture and then the students maybe are given some homework. So in a flipped learning approach, actually that is somehow alternated or flipped in a way that the students actually have something to do beforehand before they get into the class, and then we actually go into our classroom teaching, our classroom, something like that. So it's really important when we talk about flipped learning approach, the PE work is really important. So it needs to be really engaging for the students. So it can be based on some video lessons, some shared reading. So that's where tools like PlayPosit and Perusal comes in. So I'm going to show you the PlayPosit today. It's not that possible. It's not possible for the time being that we can go for both, but let's focus on PlayPosit today. So we need to actually give some explicit instruction to the students so that they understand what they're supposed to do. And we need to make some targeted questions and give them activities that are targeted so that they can understand what is actually expected from them. And after that, we can actually analyze the data and it should inform our instruction. We can actually go back to the data and see what were their conceptions and misconceptions. We can focus on the misconceptions that they made and leave out the conceived materials for the classroom discussion. So I'm going to talk about PlayPosit. PlayPosit is an interactive web-based video platform that allows the educators to provide formative assessment both inside and outside classroom. It allows the teachers to use different videos available online and on your own. You can use your own lecture as well to create interactive videos and engage them to the learner. So I'm going to actually show you the website. So please let me stop sharing my screen and reshare it. Please let me know when you can see my new screen. Is it visible to you? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. So here we go. This is actually the user interface of Deposit. So it's not that problematic to log in. You can use your Google accounts to log into it. So this is the user interface. You can add new bulb. I'm just going to give you a tour of it. It's actually self-explanatory. It does not need that much explanation, but I'm going to show just for the sake of showing actually. So this is something when you add a new interactive video classroom, you just have to add a new bulb. So when you go to a new bulb, you can actually add different kind of videos. You can add your own video. You can add links from your Google, YouTube and something like that. So this is the version that comes in front of you. So you can just take one of the video, you can use your own video and you can get in a URL from different portion or from YouTube. For this particular session, I'm just using a video from YouTube. I was just teaching a group of students about World War I. So I'm just taking it from them. You can search here from YouTube. So after search, there are some times when they cannot provide you the search material. So you can just go for a link from the YouTube and share, search it here. So when it's done, they will initialize the session. So you can customize the video for according to our demand. So if I want to keep the whole video, I can do that. If I want to customize it and make it a slightly smaller one, you can add different kind of captions. Actually, I am using English caption, so I can just choose it from here and then trim and crop. From this portion, I can actually use the portion of video that I want to use. For this just demonstration stuff, I'm just using up to 4.45. So this is the idea. So it will give you a template to add interaction. So I think I have not shared my audio. If you want me to, I can share that as well. But I think as there is a time constraint, I'm just focusing on a brief question. I know where to put the question. I'm just fast forwarding to it if you want me to. So I know that I want to put a question at 33 seconds. So I go there and I'm just adding an interaction here. So to add an interaction, I need to go here. So I have different kind of question. I can add multiple choice questions. I can use take calls, free responses. So you can, for this section, I'm just choosing multiple choice questions. So for example, which countries were united during the middle of 19th centuries? So Germany. So just in this way, I can add options. So once done, you can actually select the correct answer. For example, this is the correct answer. You can use this tool to make interaction in a different way. So you can make the student, make sure that your student interact, make sure that they are required to interact if they want to go beyond it. So you can select interaction is required, then their interaction poses video playback. So it's better that way because this otherwise the students will not be able to focus on the question. Then you can actually select, learners can rewind after reaching this interaction. If the students fail to get the topic, but get the point that they were required to know, they can actually rewind if you want to make sure that your students understand that. So you can click this thing. And there are randomized answer order and other stuff. So there you can allow more than one attempt. So you just make sure that they grasp the topic. You can actually give them ample opportunities. I think Most of you already got the point. So I'm not going to go more into it. I have already prepared one, so I'm just going to give a preview of it if you allow me to. So this one is prepared. So I can when I am going to show you the preview. This is the version the students are going to see. So allow me to share the audio if possible. If do I have enough time, ma'am? I'm not quite sure about that.
No, actually, we are running out of time.
Okay,
we are already a bit late.
Okay, so I'm not actually going much into it.
I think you can share it through the chat box so that yes, the audience may have a glimpse of it later.
Okay.
Whenever they want.
So this time I'm just going to talk about the monitoring section. It's really important because whenever I'm going to teach the classroom I'm going to teach in class. So I'm going to understand their conception of the topic. So this is really important. They're monitoring the activities. So I had given this task to another group of students. So I'm just showing you the monitoring aspect. So once you go to the monitor section, you can see all the details, which student took how much time to answer this question, or which students got the correct answer, which students failed to get the correct answer. So these things give you an overall picture of their conception. So we can actually arrange our classroom in that way. So that's about it. But before ending, I just want to talk about its limitation. It's not actually that free. It's free for up to 100 interaction. 100 people can participate it. And then you can, if you want to go beyond it, you have to pay. But yes, there are options for the institutional connections. So in that way, you can actually get a better pricing for this. But in fact, in the free basic version, you will not be able to upload your own lecture material, but you can bypass it by uploading it to YouTube and then using the lecture.
But we can at the same time use the monitor board, even in the free version, of course. Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. It's also, I think, new for most of us over here. And thank you so much, Zubair. I think the audience have some questions for you. And now I would request Mariam Akhtar actually to please start her presentation. And I'm very glad to, have Maria with us today, because once I taught Maria at ULab, now she's a teacher, she's a colleague of mine. Now she is teaching at Maple Leaf International School. So Mariam, please start.
Thank you so much for giving me the floor. And let me share my screen. Is my, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, you may start, Mariam.
Hello, everyone. I am Mariam Akhtar. Mariam Akhtar here. And before I start, I want to thank English Language Program of American Center, nominated by TESOL Society of Bangladesh. Today, I will be sharing my experience of one of the sessions organized by TESOL Elevate 2021. Here, I'm going to discuss the 9 tips which are essential to be a successful ELT teacher. So teaching is a complex process which requires the mastery of both practice and theory. So teachers both undergo success and failures, and the best teachers are those who re-evaluate their teaching methods. So the 9 tips which I will be discussing now are the results of the decades of mistakes and successes in the classroom of several countries. So the first tip which I would like to introduce is value your time of work. So it is essential to have our own time, since a lot of us dedicate ourselves to provide service to our students, parents, and our respective authorities to fulfill their demands. We make ourselves available for 24/7. But valuing and protecting our free time is essential to allow us to have a jolly and positive mindset in our workplace, which would enable us to give better service. So the next tip which I would like to introduce is spending less time in planning lessons and grading. New teachers tend to spend a lot of time in planning lessons and grading to be more meticulous. They tend to spend tremendous amount of time to jot down the details of the plans, which subsequently stops correlating to a better lesson. So we should learn what the amount of time is needed for a particular lesson. Same in case of grading, we can use technology for grading. Many apps are there to help us to use online rubrics. For example, sociology, Schoology. It would be less stressful if we grade as much as possible in the moment, simplifying the rubrics as much as possible, especially in speaking sessions as well as during presentations of our students. In writing classes, we should not correct all the mistakes which our students make. So we can make a correction once in the essay in case of repetitive mistakes and ask them to correct the rest. For these, for example, we can use Google Keep, Turnitin, or other platforms to save comments. We can make deadlines work for students by giving them deadlines 1 or 2 weeks before we start grading their work. We can help students for time management, which is one of their challenges, by providing checkpoints. We can arrange a peer feedback class, which is a wonderful way of learning from both peers as well as from teachers. So the next step, which I would like to share, is talking to senior coworkers. So talking to senior coworkers saves time because our coworkers can share their experience, which would enable us to understand which strategy would work best in our context. The next tip is using textbook mindfully. We should make sure that the textbook goes well with the context of the students we are teaching. If not, then we can adapt by supplementing materials from outside sources. We can also omit irrelevant exercises during practice. The fifth tip is researching what students need. This is done by understanding what students want to accomplish from us, which could be done by talking with senior coworkers. We can do a survey based on need analysis, or to find need analysis, or check what students need to success in the next level. And we can also check job adverts or university requirements that our students are interested in. So the next step is creating a student-centered classroom. It ensures the practice of communication among the students, since it helps in developing a complex cognitive skill that requires a lot of practice. And we have to make sure that we minimize the teacher talk time, which should not exceed more than 30% of the lesson. And subsequently, it increases student talk time in the classroom. The seventh tip is being more understanding towards the students. We should understand that students might make mistakes even after we correct their mistakes. They might need multiple reviews to internalize the new lesson. So it would be better to, in order to understand them, it would be better if we learn an additional language. Then it would help us to understand the struggles that our students might come across. Because one might question me that if we teach English, we already learned English, then what's the use of it? But yes, in some cases, for example, in my cases, I sometimes find it difficult to understand their struggles. So if we learn additional languages, then I think that our parallel scene or experiences would help us to be more understanding towards our students. Then the next step which I have is being more open-minded. So we should never try to define other people's culture to them, that is our students. We should avoid ethnocentrism, which is a belief that a particular group or a particular culture is superior to all others. We can simply teach our students how to respect differences between cultures and how to succeed as global citizens. The 9th tip is getting involved with conferences and publications. Conferences help us to learn from others as well as help us to share our experience to the right audience. And this pandemic has created a special platform, and it became more easy for us to share our experience. And in case of publications, we shouldn't be intimidated because there are different publication organizations, for example, language teaching or the modern language journals, where we can submit our work for peer reviews, and that will also help us to understand our level, as well as it will also help us to explore our capabilities.
Yes.
So I'm almost done with my presentation. So there are some questions to my participants.
Yes, wonderful, Mariam. But we'll try to address the audience questions later, not at this moment. We are already running late.
Okay,
thank you so much for sharing those wonderful tips. Of course, we have some of the tips in our mind, and yes, if we need some more explanation, of course, we'll get back to you at the end of the session. But before that, we have one more speaker actually, and she has been waiting since before 7, I must say. She is Tauhida Yasmin. Tauhida Yasmin is teaching at State University of Bangladesh as a senior lecturer in the Department of English. So Tauhida, the time is yours now.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I must thank the TESOL Society of Bangladesh and the US Embassy Dhaka for nominating me for this conference, because this conference, this TESOL Elevate Conference 2021 was really a huge help for my professional development. So since we are running out of time, I'll just start sharing my screen. Today I'll talk about this very wonderful and very easy to use thing that we call Google Jamboard. The most beautiful part of this is, it is, as I have mentioned in my subtitle, it's an interactive digital whiteboard. So we all know as teachers how important a whiteboard is, and when it is interactive, then of course it's huge actually. So there are so many reasons to use the Jamboard in a classroom, but the main the thing I would like to focus on that it's very user friendly. The annotation, editing features, all of them are very easy to use for both the teacher and the student. And another thing is you can access to the Google Jamboard from Google Drive. It is easily accessible and it has customizable sharing option. Instead of focusing on the slide, I'll just share the interface of Google Jamboard so that you can understand it better how to use it and how to create Jamboards. So let me reshare my screen. Yes. So here is my, I have logged into my Google account. If you have Google account, it is just ready. So after you log into your Google account, just click on the Google Apps and scroll down if you and you'll get this option there, Jamboard. Click on it and you'll get this. So I have already created some of the Jamboards. So let me just show you how you can create a new Jamboard. Here on the click on the plus sign here to create a new Jamboard. And in the Jamboard, you'll get these features like you can, first of all, you get this frame. This is actually the board, the whiteboard or Jamboard. And you can rename it. You can give it a title. Okay. For example, TESOL. So here are other features like you can use pen and eraser, select. You can use sticky notes. This is something very interesting because I found my students become very happy when they can use this feature in their classroom. You can use sticky notes, for example. If you click there, the sticky notes is there. You can write anything, and it's there. You can change the color of the background, and you can write anything, and you can actually move it like this. You can move it like this. I mean, rotate it. You can actually make it at any shape. And then most very interesting feature is this. Here you can have the opportunity of adding images. So if you want, you can actually add image, upload any image that you want from your browser. I'm not showing that to anymore because I know you can do that. So you can use circles, you can use different kinds of shapes, circles and other shapes according to your need. You can use text. So if you click there, you can write anything. For example, this. And then again, it has a laser option, which you can use to annotate, to highlight at different parts like this. So it's very user-friendly. Now, I have already created one Jamboard to show you so that you can understand how you can use the Jamboard in a classroom. So in a language classroom, how we can use this Google Jamboard? For example, if it is a language classroom, if the students are at the primary levels, then you can use this kind of practices because it's interactive. Your students will be able to interact directly to this Jamboard. So you can ask your students to use these shapes to locate different parts of speeches, for example, a pronoun. So they can use this. I'll make it transparent. So this is how you can do it. Or you can actually use it as a poster, animated poster, Google poster. If you want your students to have this kind of posters, you can use the board in that way as well. Then again, you can use the board to teach vocabulary to students. For example, here I have used some of the phrasal verbs. I've used some images, and since I do not have time, but I plan to share one of the stories, and by listening to the story, participants can locate the phrasal verbs, and they can identify the images with this phrasal verbs. Since I do not have much time, so I am showing the next board where I have already indicated the phrasal verbs. So you can teach vocabularies, or you can actually use multiple ways. For example, you can always customize it as a teacher. You can use different pictures, images, and you can ask your students to write the perfect word for that. And then you can use this board as a storytelling board. For example, I have used a picture here because schools are going to start from tomorrow after a long time. So students seems to be very happy. You can ask your students to discuss about this picture. You can ask them to write about this picture, so they can do it. And these are some of the ideas that we can use Google Jamboard in our classroom, but of course you can use it in many different ways. Finally, let me share, tell you one more thing. How can you share this? How can you share your Jamboard with your students? Here, there is a sharing option. You can just click in there and you can, you can click in there. You can share, select this option like anyone with the link. If you do that, anyone with the link will be able to view this Google Jamboard. For example, if I share this same link with you in the Google chat box, you'll be able to use the Jamboard that I'm using. You can just click on the link and see if you can access the Google Jamboard. And after accessing the Google Jamboard, you can actually put your comment here on the 6th frame. So here I have used 6 frames. So on the 6th frame, you can, if you want, you can use sticky notes from there, and you can actually interact.
Yes, Tawhida, that's a wonderful way, you know, to collect feedback, receive feedback from the participants. Of course, very interesting one.
Exactly. Yes, that's the idea. I think you can, if you just click on the link, you will be able to
yes, definitely, definitely. Why not? The participants, the link is over there. Please click the link and go over there. Just write down what did you think actually about this Jamboard? Yes,
and you can by sharing the link, you can have your students to write different things or contribute or collaboratively learn in the classroom.
Yes, of course, regarding any topic, as you have mentioned.
Yes, and of course, as teachers, we can customize. For example, I have used this in my literature classroom as well, and students were very happy to use this. And that was from my part.
It's not about only language classes or mathematics classes. It's about the way we can make the lesson interesting, how we can make it interesting.
So we can use this for asking the concept maps as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I'm actually, I'll have to stop you over here. Although I know that you had a lot of other things to share with us, but still, as we don't have much time, at this moment, I would like to share that our president, Professor Saidur Rahman sir, actually couldn't join the program today because he is now with his very sick sister at India. But I must say that he has been very curious, and he has been constantly knocking all of us to make this program a successful one, to reach you, because this is the purpose of the conference. This was the purpose actually. That is why the registration fees has been waived, and of course, the language program coordinator actually sponsored all these people so that they can come up with their ideas. They can share their ideas with all of us through sharings like this. And yes, we are missing Saidur Rahman sir today, but yes, of course, we know that his good wishes are with us. And now if we get back to the question, the very first question that we received is from Zakia. Zakia actually asked a question to the first speaker, Akibur Rahman. She mentioned that, yes, when specifically a teacher can use ESL library, during teaching or after teaching? Akibur, would you like to answer this question?
Apu, can I hear the question again, please?
When can a teacher can use ESL library, during teaching or even outside the class also?
Okay, that ESL library can be used outside the class also, because you can assign your students beforehand. But as it is an online platform, that means it is not available offline. So if you want to show something on your class, you have to have internet connection on the class. But you can assign students being offline or from your home. But this is the online system, and nothing's available offline. That means you have to be online to have the access live.
Yes, so that is the main point. Thank you so much, Akibur. And yes, Sharmin Rima also asked a question. Can the teachers customize the study materials on this ESL library?
Yes, it is available. The teacher can customize the activities. Even they can make their own activity, using the materials available there. That means you are taking the images of the dinosaurs and you are making your own activity. That is also possible.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And then the next question is to Raihana. And this is also from Zakia. She wanted to know whether that was applicable. I mean, the software that you showed, or the application or the tool that you have demonstrated, Raihana, is it applicable for both students and teachers, or it is actually only for teachers?
No, it is useful for teachers and students as well, because it is the immersive reader whose language is not native language, whose English is foreign language, or as a second language use, then we can use it because it is a pronunciation. I think that good pronunciation.
Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And on color vowels, Aisha actually made a very interesting comment. Aisha wrote that she thinks primary students will enjoy these color vowels. Yes, of course, Aisha, I also do agree with you. But Zakia once again asked a question to Saima. Can this, teaching pronunciation hamper the delivered lesson? Maybe she's talking about a specific lesson. Is this going to hamper that lesson?
No, what I think is if we, this color vowels chart is basically for integrated learning. Like if you are doing a reading class or a writing class and you want your students to pronounce those words, you can definitely help them with the color vowels. Like when we were doing the sessions, the speaker, that is Karen Taylor, showed us one of her students was writing it down and reading the words from the sentences. And she used to help them. She was helping them with, are you sure this is this word? I think this is a green word. Are you pronouncing it correctly? I think this is a turquoise word. So with the colors, with the help of the colors, and each time when Karen was speaking, she wasn't giving the actual pronunciation, but the colors for each word. And the students were grasping. They were international students, and they were grasping those clues very easily, and they could easily pronounce the words on their own without the teacher telling them what is the correct pronunciation.
So I think that definitely is going to engage the learners more.
Yes,
of course.
And even you can use the Blue Canoe app that is available, and it is very cheap to say because it's 2,100 Bangladeshi taka for 1 year subscription. Ek bochore subscription you can have 2100 taka only. So
yes, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for all the information. And I know there probably are some more questions, but yes, we don't have much time, and Mr. Shaun Kormukar is with us today. And now we would like to actually listen from Mr. Shaun Kormukar. Shaun.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, clearly. And thank you so much for being with us today, the entire time. Thank you.
My pleasure. I want to share some of the links that I want to talk about. Okay, so I shared something on the chat box. And first of all, I would like to thank TESOL Bangladesh for organizing this session. Mr. Hamidul Haq, Afazaka Tina Appa, and TESOL participants and the participants of this session. A huge thanks to all of you for joining today's knowledge sharing session. And what a lovely discussion. Thank you very much for inviting me. And thanks to all the TESOL participants for actively participating in the conference. Since you are early career English teachers or ELT students, maybe for most of you, this was the first international conference you attended on English language teaching. I know the timing of the conference was not probably the best for the Bangladeshi participants because some of the sessions went until around midnight in Bangladesh, but I hope that you had the bandwidth to absorb the information and the new ideas that was shared in the sessions. I hope the participants of today's session had takeaways from the presentations. I literally loved all the presentations, and I'm so happy to see that we had presenters from different parts of the country teaching at different levels. We had university teachers, primary school teacher, and even ELT students, as I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
US Embassy Dhaka continues to support the English language teachers from all over Bangladesh by creating professional development opportunities, even in this difficult time, like COVID time. Sponsoring 96 early career English teachers for the TESOL conference has been another example of our continued effort. Since all the in-person educational activities has been on hold due to the COVID-19 pandemic, these virtual conferences have been great platforms for the teachers to continue learning and developing their teaching capacity. And today, the 6 presentations were a great example of how we can learn new ideas from a platform like the TESOL Elevate conference. I really like the glimpse that was shared by the presentation and the presenters. Most importantly, thank you for sharing the free resources like the websites, the tools, and the applications that you learned from the conference. From the US Embassy, we offer a lot of learning opportunities. Of course, these conferences are one of them. We have MOOCs. So MOOCs are 2-month-long self-paced online courses. I have shared the links of the currently available and the upcoming MOOCs in the chat box. So please click on these links. And we have the open courses, which are more rigorous and instructor-led online courses. And today's participants, I want to let you know that we also take nominations from TESOL Society of Bangladesh for the open courses. So I hope some of you will be nominated in some of the upcoming open courses. And we have a great resource hub for the English teachers, which is the American. Thousands of teaching resources like webinars, teaching materials, forums, and whatnot in the website. I have shared the link of the website as well. So please click on that. And please also follow our Facebook pages. So American English at State and American English for Educators. So these are the very popular Facebook pages for the English teachers. So I have shared the link of the Facebook pages, and you can find great teaching resources and ideas, on a daily basis, which are shared through the Facebook pages. And I have also shared my email address. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any queries or if you want to know more about the resources we offer and our activities. And from the US Embassy, our goal behind creating these opportunities for the teachers and learners is not only to help you develop as an individual, but also we want you to act as leaders in your communities, what I believe you already are, and share your learnings with your peers. I want to especially thank today's the presenters for taking this initiative and sharing your learning from the TESOL Elevate Conference. Finally, I hope that you have been elevated as English teachers through participating in the TESOL Elevate Conference. Thank you very much for joining today, and over to you, Tinaba.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing such wonderful resources with all of us. Definitely, you would see some of the faces in the open in future, definitely. And finally, I would like to thank at the end our President, Vice President, General Secretary, the entire Central Governing Committee, the entire team, actually, the person behind this beautiful banner, Charmin Rima, and of course, finally, the beautiful and wonderful 6 speakers. Without you, of course, we could not have done anything. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you all the participants, and thank you so much for the questions. If I have missed any, please don't be disheartened. We will be there. So you can definitely visit our website. You can post your questions under the recording. The recording will be available very soon through our website, through our YouTube channel. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
And let's all pray for Saidu sir and his sister.
Yes, of course. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night.